Hello friends, welcome back again. So in this tutorial we're talking about the inheritance. I also discussed about in previous classes that we use access modifier in the inheritance. According to that, if we want that our value should be accessible in our child classes or not. I already discussed in public and privates, and right now I will use protected. Okay, so protected will not happen there because it will be act as a private, it will not be accessible. But in the child classes or in the usage of inheritance, we can access the protected keywords, or we can use the protected keywords with our member functions and member methods, and we can access it outside the class or within the child class. Okay, so I know written the definitions of inheritance. Inheritance means when our child class inherit the property of parent class, that is known as inheritance. Okay, the property can be the data type or can be the member method of a parent class. So it could if it accessible to the child class, then it act and then it follow the inheritance. Okay, so we have a different type of inheritance. First we have a single inheritance, then multi-level, multiple, hierarchical and hybrid. So in this tutorial I will talk about the single level inheritance. Okay, you can see here single level of inheritance. So I have a diagram. So this is a single level of inheritance. Whenever class A and class B, so class A is a parent class, if it inherit the property of class A and class B able to access it or use it, then this type of inheritance called as single inheritance or single level inheritance. So I also written the syntax how you can access these access the inheritance or access the our parent class. So you can write the first class, your base class, then you have to type the scope resolution. So this is a colon, this act as a scope resolution. Okay, so it means we can able to access the which class. So you have to declare the class name, then you have to declare the class body of that particular. Okay, so here we're going to our diagram. So our class B can access the class A. So it means class B can access the property of class A. So here we have to define the class B. So we can write the methods or data types what we want to write here, and whatever things that we want to access from the class A. So this is the just theoretical part, that what is a single inheritance and what is the meaning of inheritance and what is the importance of inheritance. Okay, so it is most important topic, because when we able to reuse the property of already created class, that is the inheritance, and we doesn't have a need to write again the code, same code. Okay, if we have some particular methods available in some particular class, so why we should not use that? Why we should have written again? Why we have to create the duplicates methods or data types? So to overcome that limitations, we use the inheritance. So I hope you will understand this. So we will move on our IDE. So here we are in our IDE. So here we have to use a single inheritance. So for single inheritance, we use the class. So I give the name of class A. You give any name. Okay, so this is my class A. Then I will declare class B. So this time these two classes are individual classes, they don't link to each other. Right now you can't say that class A is a parent class, class B is a child class. Okay, right now they are individual, have the equal priority. When we declare here scope resolution, then we declare public, then class name A. Right now it become inheritance. You can see the sign here. This shows this class is extended. It means this class A is extended by some other class or inherited by some other class. Okay, So we again return another class using this class. that it's me, or you simple can use this is a sign of inheritance. Okay, so this is what we can do. And alright, name here I took the two data types. First int roll number. Okay, so roll number is written in the class A, so we inherit the roll number in class B. In class B we will declare the student name. Okay, so here we write the method public, then we have to write void, my method name is RL. You can give any name. Okay, so here we have to use cout to print the message, enter the student roll number, then we use /n here, then we use cin input operator here. So where we want to put the value roll number in this variable, this memory location. So this is the method for that we can use roll number. Here we declare roll number and then we input the roll number in the roll number variable. Whatever we type from the keyboard will be stored in the roll number variable. Okay, so we move on the class B. In this class B we will declare char num for name. So we declare here 20 characters, so maximum 20 name is sufficient. 20 characters for this name. I again wrote the here method public void num for name, cout, enter the student name. So I use /n here and I will use /n here also. So, okay, whenever I input the roll number it will give me the new line, and then press enter the student name. Okay, you got it. Here we will use cin, we input these value in the name variable. So right now there is nothing for inheritance. Okay, we just declare class A, we declare class B, and we told that this class B could access the property of class A. So right now we do this. Okay, in normally what we do, we have to create the object of the classes. If these two are the individual classes, so what we have to do, to call the void roll number we have to create the method of class A, and to get the void number, to call the void num, so we have to do what, we have to create the again class B object and we have to call it that particular with the respective methods. Okay, with the help of class A object we can access the void roll number method, and again with the help of class B object we can access the name method. Okay, but here the importance of inheritance, because the class B can access the class A, so we can access the method of class A with the help of class B object. Okay, so I use here B and I create the method small b. Okay, class B is our name and I use a small method, use the object B, not method, object B, small b. So B dot, so B access what, nm and roll number. So two method it can access it. It is available. It access it not, it is another question arise, but it available because it can access it can access the class A due to the inheritance. We create the inheritance because class is a parent class, class B is child class. So what is the property of class A? It can be accessible to the class B. Okay, so first we have to type the roll number. So roll number B dot nm. Okay, so it is available. Okay, we run this program. So we run this to find out what is the output here. Okay, I made a little mistake. I gave the name same name to the methods as well as the data type nm and the void nm, so I change it to the n. Okay, so don't be confused here. So I enter the roll number 1234 1235, then I enter the name Sushil Sharma. Okay, so it ran it, it accepted it. So we didn't use any method that display the value of these. Okay, we just entered it. So I also write here for display method. Okay, or you can define here also. Okay, I can define here. So cout student name. So what is the student name? Student name defined in nm, then I use /n, then we type here roll number. So where is roll number? R roll number. Okay, so here is a little problem. You can see here it gives us error unresolved roll number, because this is the private data type of the class A. So how we can access in class B? So private is a property of class A, it could not be accessible to anyone else. So what do we have to do here if we want to access it? So we could not use public is for everyone, so we use protected here. So right now we know the role of protected. Protected means it can be accessible by the child class. You know, the error is gone. Okay, we will run again. Roll number 1256, name Tom Clark. Okay, so student name is Tom Clark and roll number is 1256. So we are able to access the roll number, that is a property of class A, and we can use in class B with the help of protected. If we will do private and anything else, we could not access each and everything. Okay, private is just for the particular class, means the same class we can use this, but outside the class or in child class we can't use it. Okay, let us suppose I want to make a little changes. If I will not call the roll number here, you got it what I'm trying to say? If I use in the class B method void n, here I will declare the method, the class A method RL. Could it accessible? Yes, it could accessible because it is public. If you make it private, then it could not, and it show you error unresolved. because private is the property of class A. So the class A could not give this property to the child because this is the private property of class A. So if it is want to access it, we can use protected or public. So protected could accessible in the child class but not accessible outside the classes. You got it? If I try to access in void main, so I could not access it. So here if I try to access it with the help of B, so it is accessible num. It can access only one method, which is num. So I hope you understand the meaning of protection or protected, sorry. Okay, protected. So protected could be used within the child class. If a class A data type is protected, or data type or variable or data type and data protected, so we can access in class B, but we can't access outside the class A or class B. Okay, so right now we make the minor changes. We will use this RL method inside the void num. So we decrease the number of lines here because we are not using that b dot RL here. We can call within the method here. Okay, so we will run this program again. Okay, so roll number, you can see here I did not declare here object to call this RL. It just called the n, and first line is RL, so it called the method of parent class. Okay, so 1 2 5 6 again Tom Clark should give you a name. I hope you will understand these methods, the single level inheritance, and you will clarify your doubts. So thanks for watching this.